everyone, welcome back to our channel. I think that's what you're supposed to say if you're a proper YouTuber.
We are?
We're getting there slowly.
Yeah, we are getting there slowly. Wow. We're doing part 2 now, and if you have not seen part 1 yet, please press pause, open up a new tab, search Exploring Bears Assumptions About Us, part 1, watch that, and then unpause this one afterwards.
We'll put a link to the first part of the video in the description to make it easier for you. We decided to
That's so much easier. I don't know why I didn't say that.
We decided to do a part 2, and because the response to the assumptions was quite overwhelming for one video, and we were really surprised at how well part 1 did, which means you guys are very nosy, and that's absolutely fine with us. So, people think you're from different countries when they first meet both of you.
I think in terms of looks, but South Africa is also a very diverse country.
I think to answer that assumption, yes. People always think that we're from different countries. And I notice the reaction more because they never expect that I am the one from South Africa, because most of the South Africans that you do meet working abroad are usually white, and when they meet him, then he kind of fits into their idea of what a South African should look like, because they know all these white people and he's light-skinned. And then when they meet me, they're a bit confused. Okay, the next assumption is that you guys barely fight.
We barely. Wait, I'm sorry. How did I know that this question was going to come up?
People are curious, so it makes sense.
Okay, we have, I don't know, I don't think it's really a competition, but we have an understanding or thing. I still do not believe that we've had a proper fight. We haven't. We have not.
This is propaganda.
It's not propaganda. This is
Proper
the truth.
lies.
But we have not had a proper fight yet.
We have had about 4 serious disagreements in all the
A
years
disagreement is different to a
that
fight.
we've been together. I don't know what classifies as a fight for him, but I do agree that all of our disagreements are very anticlimactic. So like if someone was looking in, they'd be so bored because there's no like yelling, there's no throwing of things and crying and storming out. So it's just very anticlimactic, and we're not particularly loud people.
No, we're not actually.
Not at home, at least. Apparently, some people are loud at work, from what I've heard from their colleagues.
No, I'm not loud. But I will say that when we do have a disagreement, we talk about it.
It's very boring. I don't recommend you being an observer to one of our fights.
What, like people waiting to have some popcorn and like popcorn, some Coke, and like watch
We
a
do
movie?
disagree on 2 main things though. We disagree on food.
Yeah.
Because we have totally different preferences for what we like to eat, and for some of us what we can eat, because some of us are really like limited. And we do disagree about what to watch on Netflix.
That is true.
Because he loves trash TV and
But
I really
you
don't.
get seduced into watching it.
I
will
make
put
an
on
effort.
I will put on 2 episodes,
I compromise because you're my partner.
and by the second episode, don't listen, by the second episode, she's hooked. We are invested.
I'm not invested in trash TV. But yeah, and I prefer to watch things that are more like educational or meaningful, or dramatic even. So yeah, we do disagree on that. But on the whole, the assumption that we barely fight is pretty correct. And that's also because we're old.
Older.
We don't really have like egos. If someone did something wrong, we'll just say sorry and just move on, because life's too short really to spend time dwelling on things and making yourself feel good just because you think you were right.
That was a nice assumption.
So the next one says, Panda is more detail orientated and thinks more about the future than Pola.
Are you more detailed?
No, he's more
I think
detailed.
I'm more detailed, yes.
Very fussy.
Plans for
very-
the future is more me.
Yeah, in fact, this whole assumption is completely skewed.
Yeah.
He's definitely more invested in like future and long-term plans, and I'm like, YOLO, spend all the money, go on all the trips.
And the funny thing is, you're the one that's holding the money right now.
yeah, so that, yeah. Anyway, and the other thing is, in terms of details, like, I'm really not hung up on the details of anything. I'm more of a let's make do kind of person. And I think this comes because, like, I was teaching for so many years and you kind of just have to make do in the classroom. But he likes things a certain way, of a certain standard.
I think it's also because of my job. I like to plan things months in advance, have every single detail laid out.
I don't know how people can be so focused on the future when they work in the Gulf, but that's another topic for another video. So yeah, the assumption was really skewed. Sorry to the original person who asked. The next assumption says Paula was more eager to jump into the relationship than Panda.
That's very true. That was very, very, very true. I think the first opportunity I had, I jumped in, all in, and you were like, at that stage you're still saying la shukran, la shukran.
Yeah, I'm not really into.
You waited a long time.
I'm not really into relationships in general.
No, but it was also at a different time. I think there was. It's kind of important to understand that wait was a very good thing, because it kind of allowed us to grow a little bit, to appreciate each other a little bit more.
There were definitely sacrifices that had to be made, and he was definitely more eager, but here we are.
I still think I won in this thing.
It's true, I'm a delight. Okay, so this one is really funny to me, but it's also really obvious. So Panda plans all the trips and chooses the destinations.
Yes.
100%.
I think we're both in agreement at the same time. Yes, but when it comes to accommodation, we have an understanding. Especially if you're traveling by yourself, you do you. But when we're traveling together, when it comes to accommodations and stuff like that, then you allow me to chip in and explain how. Explain how you do that.
I think first of all, like, travel is really my passion above anything else, except maybe reading. And that's why I kind of plan trips. In fact, like, I have so many trips planned out, but no like tickets or any concrete dates. I have itineraries planned out, things I want to do in like Uganda and Uzbekistan. But anyway, so, and also, like, I find his destination choices very pedestrian, like they're very boring.
Give me a beach and I'm happy. I think any beach and I'm good to go.
Then you can go back to Durban. Anyway, so that's kind of why I just took this on to plan the trips. And yeah, the accommodation thing is a source of contention between us, because I'm like, oh, let's spend less on accommodations so that we can do more. And he's just like, no, I need my high thread count sheets and my infinity shower.
But let's get something straight here. It's very important to understand that she gets to have more vacations than me. Yeah? When she was working as a teacher, there are how many vacations in a year? 4?
Around there, yeah.
4. So she gets to go on 4 vacations. I would have 1 or 2, maximum 2. Yeah? So when I do get to join on a vacation, it's kind of important that we really maximize it and enjoy it. So especially when it comes to the accommodation, I'm a little bit more particular because I'd rather enjoy it.
He says that he doesn't get much vacation time, but I just want to point out, last year he went to Azerbaijan, he went to Turkey, he went to Seychelles, he went to 6 countries in South America. But I don't get much time off. So anyway, I think that is a very accurate assumption. So yeah. This will be our last one. This was the last one that was asked that I was willing to answer, because there were some really weird ones. Paula is shy and Panda is the extrovert. I think this is a common assumption that people have, that I'm really like extroverted because I put myself out there
to be honest,
on my blog and my Instagram.
You can stay at home, read a book, don't go out, and I need to be doing stuff. But I'm a balance of intro and extrovert.
I'm definitely the introverted one in the relationship. He's very much the extroverted one. Like we constantly have a stream of people like coming to our home because they want to talk to him, and I'm just like, can I have some peace? So yeah, he's definitely the extrovert, and I'm okay with that.
I think there's a good balance in that. In every relationship, it's good to have someone that's an intro and someone that's an extrovert.
He does respect the fact that I'm an introvert, and he doesn't expect me to go with him for all of his socializing. And when people come over, he generally takes them on long walks because, like, he knows I can't deal with too many people. So yeah, that's, I think, surprising for some people, because a lot of people, when they first meet me, they're like, "Oh my god, I thought you were like way more outgoing or way more friendlier," and like, I'm really not. I hate people. I love to stay at home and bake and read. Like, I'm the most boring person ever.
I actually like when you bake also.
And I will say one thing though, Paula is definitely very camera shy. So like when we first started dating and I wanted to take like photos with him, it was a complete disaster. He would just be like super awkward, like in front of the camera, and I actually had anxiety about it all. So yeah, it's amazing that now we have a YouTube channel.
I'm getting there now. I'm actually looking at the camera now instead of just looking at you the whole time.
But it is like 2 years later, so
Yeah,
one would hope that progress has been made. So yeah, but he's still camera shy and he's still like really awkward when we take photos. So yeah, but I'm definitely not the extrovert. Let's get that straight.
Mm-hmm.
So those are our assumptions. They were a lot less spicier than part 1, I think.
I think they were good. I enjoyed those.
Yeah, they were very cute. That's the end of it for all of the assumptions about us, and I really hope that you enjoyed this 2-part series. We're going to be trying something different in our next videos, and I just want to say, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel and to share our videos with your friends, and
keep sharing. There's a lot of sharing going on.
There's a lot of sharing, which we appreciate. And stay safe, stay sanitized, be happy, live your best life, don't wear pants, all the usual. Can't wait to see you for our next video.
I'd run 1,000 miles if I could run with you.